Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment,
Hang
but
in there now.
that's going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Let's see the back. This is Darren Sproles. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Run. Get it. Your trip ends here, baby. Your trip ends here. Tight end left.
Hey, ram. List 5-2.
Play action. Now he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. D. Ford coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Mahomes going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Watkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Harris has it over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch 14.
Here we go. Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
On second down, Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
They come out here in the they'll run it with Williams. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They pass the script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. At 5 yards on the play, the drive will continue.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your games, you don't fit.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. D. Ford in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back down and get on the field and get after it.
The pressure gets to him again.
On the ball.
D. Ford getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Hey.
Here we go. Back man. 120. Hey, 57. 57.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And he's going to go down again. D. Ford. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, did really well.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the ball on 1st down, I've got to get these yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34. time as the drive continues.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw exactly that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game that they have. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. On second down, here's Mahomes. Open is Watkins. He's got him. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And always a good first half.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. It'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up.
81.
This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Go. 120.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. He's going to air one out.
Blitz.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. And the Chiefs are going to get him. D. Ford in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown.
Ace.
Not sure it could be
Ace.
much better than that. They got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Fletcher Cox with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
You got 3 down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing out first down is Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10.
Go. Squeedy!
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Reggie Ragland. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them to say, let's try to get some more points.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to because it's contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold on.
Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to pull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Normally I'm the one preaching patience. Yeah. You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the
That's caught at the 25. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 48 yards. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense. And they try and get him the ball early. And of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard. Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points. And now is another example of why it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go. the afternoon.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the left hash, this from 46. And Elliott puts this one through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And his throw here's incomplete. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock it out of the way, turns into a nice drop.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Michael Bannon able to drop him for a loss of 4. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down. Check. Slow.
Now Mahomes. And he finds who else? Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. If you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 27 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a
Great
walk to their
15,
locker
great
room at the
15.
half. Okay, because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Reggie Ragland in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon.
Black. Hey, great 57.
Rush.
Hey, rip 5-2, hot here.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent
81,
defense.
81.
Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone.
Done.
And especially
120.
against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Check.
Black, come on.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Shorty.
Watch the run.
Down in man inside, down in man.
They fake it again. Now Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And got his man complete. A big play there for the Eagles on third down. 53 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet,
down and man inside, down
not
and man.
in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
Wins a try again on second down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Check.
46 down, man, 5-4. Hey, great 15, great 15.
Now wins. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big gain of 31 on third down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10.
53 is the mic.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field, and there wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strong.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Golden Tate, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory. Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Mahomes now on first down. Almost complete. That's Watkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, a 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Done. 120.
On play action, it's Wentz. And he's taken down a Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Great 15. Great 15. Hey, 52. Great.
Mike,
What's that?
On play action, Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. D Ford
Hey, other side, solid.
there to get him again, and that's his 6th sack of the ball game, one off the NFL record of 7.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Play action. Now Wentz. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. D Ford in there for the 7th time in this one game alone. And that will tie him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks in a single NFL game. And he's able to get it out of there. And now here comes Kansas City. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their 2nd meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Mahomes going to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Long in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No,
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Get him!
And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Tight end's right.
Here we go. 180.
Let's go.
That's on to Ajayi. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hang in there now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ship! For Tokyo!
Working from the gun, Lance. And he connects with Ertz. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. An Eagle 1st down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names it in TZ. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward because now these players are trying to get some momentum going.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel like the floodgates open to sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Hang in there now. Two ties. Three down. Here we go.
And they take a knee. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal.
We got three, fellas.
They run with a giant. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Ajayi stopped short on 4th and goal, and the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Tight right.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.